Welcome to Waldorf College. I'm Mark Newcomb, and this is DigiCore COM 1020, Unit number 7. In this unit, you'll have an opportunity once again to consume some lynda.com, Keynote 9 Essentials, Chapters 1 through 10, and you'll have the opportunity to create your own Keynote presentation. Let's begin by looking at some of the components inside of Keynote. First, we have the master slide. The master slide is a default slide design based on a theme. To find the master slides, you'll see there's a little shelf here that opens and closes as I pull it up and down. And behind it, there are all kinds of default master slides with different text in different places and media placeholders and all the rest. So a master slide, it's a default slide design based on a theme, which begs the question, what is a theme? Well, a theme is a collection of master slides that define the look of a Keynote presentation. Keynote offers several of these to you. When you first open up Keynote to create a presentation, it will ask you what theme you'd like to choose, and there are many of them here, and all of them have several master slides hidden within. Now, it's important when you first open up a theme to decide what slide size you would like first. The default size of 1680 by 1050 is a great place to start. That's going to fit most screens that you present on. If you want to go for a true HD, then you'll go to a 1920 by 1080. There's also an inspector that you work with here inside of Keynote. It's a floating window that reveals tools for manipulating assets. And this is one of the reasons that I'm such a Keynote fan, is because on my Mac, I can find anything by using the inspector. If it's on my computer, the inspector would love for me to go find it. If it's in iTunes, in a movies folder, if it's in my iPhoto or anywhere on my computer as a Mac, I can use the inspector, and it already has a tool ready to use inside of presentations. So all those videos, all those pictures, all that music that I already have on my computer are just begging to be a part of my presentation. The inspector, it allows me to go find those things and actually manipulate and play with them as well. A media placeholder. Inside of a master slide, it might be in your layout that you know you always want to picture a certain size on several different slides. Well, a media placeholder and an object placeholder are a great thing to use then. This tool allows you to size the media on one slide the way that you'd like to have it happen on several different slides. And just by drag and dropping the media onto this area, it will resize and mask that asset for you. So a media placeholder, a strong, powerful tool you can use within Keynote. Well, let's take a look at this graphic user interface we play with when we're playing inside of Keynote. This large area that takes up the majority of the screen, we call this the canvas. And rightfully so. This is where we're going to paint, create, and lay out the presentation that everyone will get to see as the end product. Just to the left of it, we have the slide navigation. Each one of these slides from top to bottom will be a different part of our presentation. Now, you can put several things in one slide and animate them, or you can choose to have a separate slide for everything that happens. For me, I normally have one slide that may have several things happening within it, and then it gets a little complicated. I'll decide it's time to go to another slide. So the slide navigation. To the top, we have the toolbar, and there are many beautiful tools that we'll get to play with here. And lynda.com is going to show all of that to you. Below it is the format bar. The format bar should look very similar to most word processing softwares that you've played with in the past. Down to the lower left corner here, we have the slide magnification, and it will let you resize this panel to the left here with all your slides in it so that those icons are larger or smaller, depending on how much screen space you have to play with as you lay out your presentation. Just to the right of that is the canvas magnification, and it will allow you to make this canvas size as you work on it larger or smaller to better help you lay out your design. Well, that's pretty much the graphic user interface we'll be playing with and the basic tools we'll be playing with inside of Keynote. Keynote is one of my favorite softwares to play with. There are many other much more complicated programs like After Effects and Final Cut that I'll go in and create some animation and then export and bring into Keynote. But there's so much I can do just with Keynote that would take me 10 extra steps in any other program that I can just simply do here. I'm anxious to see what you're going to create and how much you're able to draw out of lynda.com as you create your own presentation. So in this unit, once again, you have the opportunity to consume lynda.com Keynote 9 Essentials, Chapter 1 through 10. It's the whole unit, and there's a lot to consume there, but what a beautiful software. And you have an opportunity to create and post your own Keynote to YouTube. I'm so looking forward to seeing what you create. I'm Mark Newcomb, and that wraps up Unit 7. You know what that means is that Unit 8's just around the corner. I look forward to seeing you then.